Okay guys, back for another cast, I was about to say, on the Sorcerer. So, last time I was really lucky to get the drop of the probably Sorcerer's most important spell, namely the Mana Shield spell. It's a level 3 spell. And now that I'm here, by the way, I was also very lucky to find a Book of Chain Lightning. I'm not going to use Chain Lightning because Chain Lightning is not that powerful in the beginning. It's very mana draining. It's very expensive compared to normal Lightning. As you can see, it's only 9. But the problem is you can actually get in trouble when you go down. And if you cast one of these, it'll sort of go in all directions and you risk getting a lot of aggro that you actually didn't intend to get. But I had 30,000, almost 30,000 gold because I was lucky enough to get this, like I said, this drop of Book of Mana Shield. Yeah, I would say this is Sorcerer's most important spell, at least defensive spell anyway, as it uses, like I've said before, mana. And it'll take if I take 50 damage, it'll take 50 mana instead of my 50 hit points, which I haven't got pretty much any of. Anyway, I'm currently at 74 hit points, and it's mainly due to an amulet that I found as well. Let's see, it's there. Yeah, 28 hit points. So out of my total 74, I got 28 from this amulet alone. Yeah, like I said, I had to finish the spells. I had almost 30,000, and I just made, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 shopping rounds where I visited the blacksmith here and then Adria the witch. And Adria had this very nice book of Fireball. Compared to Firebolt, it's here, that has usually been my workhorse. It mana costs 5 and 23 to 32 damage. Fireball is 16, so 3 times as much mana, but the damage is crazy compared. What's really good about Fireball, and it sort of implies it as well, is that it has some kind of splash damage. So normally you can hurt mobs. If you have 3 mobs and you hit the one in the center, you can typically do damage to the other 2 as well, if they're standing fairly close. So I'm definitely going to use Fireball now instead of Firebolt. Yes, it will drain my mana. I'm pretty much ready for that, as you can see, because I have just bought a lot of mana. I got 2,200 gold left, and the book for Fireball was 8,000. Then we got the chess piece here. I've Griswold, the blacksmith here, he had it. Awesome for this level. Plus 20 to magic, that's the main reason I bought it, but resist magic's 27%. Yeah, sure, it's fine. It doesn't matter all that much, not where I'm going at the moment, because I think the mobs are primarily lightning and fire when I meet them, and they're still gonna hurt like hell. But at least I have 318 mana to sort of try and resist any sort of attacks. My armor class is still terrible, so my armor class 19 is like a level 2 warrior or something like that. Would have a 19 armor class probably. So I don't want to get hit too much, that's for sure. Anyway, we're gonna go Fireball, normal lightning. That's pretty much it, I think. Naturally, I'm gonna use my Mana Shield as well as on F8. And then I think eventually, if I'm lucky enough to find a Book of Stone Curse, that could be useful. We'll take it when I get there. So let's go down. And yeah, it's always most critical here in the beginning. There we go. Okay, so this guy didn't like fire. What's critical here in the beginning is that you don't want too much aggro, because Sorcerer, and for that matter, what is she called? The rogue, when she's bow sort of rogue anyway, they both are doing sort of the fighting retreat. These guys you can maybe hurt, they're clever enough to open doors themselves. They're very good at not standing still as well. So one of them came to visit. I saw that. But as you can see, Fireball is pretty painful on them. I had an idea that, by the way, that I was gonna use. Yeah, and they like this charge stuff, pretty much like a warrior. Okay, these guys are sort of fire guys, and they don't like lightning. That's why it's my two. I have these sort of two elemental workhorses, you could say, fire and lightning. Wrong spell. Oh, still wrong spell. Just have to figure out my hotkeys here. By the way, these guys, they hurt quite a bit in melee as well. But any mob will do that as my armor class is terrible. Yeah, I'm still fumbling a bit with my hotkeys, but it looks like I'm pretty sort of well armed, you could say, with my fireball and lightning spells. Caves here are it's 4 levels, just as the other sort of areas. Drop the ring. Nice, and I got a nice fat level here. You guessed it already, yeah. You can never get enough hit point, or sort of, hit points as well, but mana. So, they dropped the ring up. Oh, was here somewhere? The second there it is. Yeah, these rings are like notoriously hard to find. So you really gotta, keep your ears open for them. When you hear the pling, then sort of try and locate what mob did you kill when you hear the pling. And that's another good reason of just not spraying, say, fireballs or whatever chain lightning around everywhere. And one thing is getting a lot of aggro, that's probably the worst part, but the other reason is that... Oh. And this is up to level 8, meaning catacombs. But the other reason is that if they drop some loot, then sometimes you'll miss it because you simply can't hear it. Because let's say I shoot a fireball in the other end of the map and I actually kill a mob down there and it drops a really nice item. That could be a problem. As I can't even hear it if the distance is too far. Sure, you should try and investigate any corpses you come across that you probably killed, just to make sure that there's no valuable loot lying around. But yeah, it's extremely annoying to have a ring on amulet. It could be they have the same sound. Have it drop and then you can't fight the item. Nothing works. And in case you saw the previous video, you'll know that I have 2 rings already. Let's see. Not exceptional. Actually, they're pretty bad. Ring of the Sky and Ring of Dexterity. But yeah, it's better than nothing. And yeah, anything is good at this level, sort of. Oh, kinda hurt, bro. As you can see, there we go. I was about to see, as you can see, and then I got hit by one of these guys and got pretty much... I got a little spooked. Yeah, so sorry about that. I actually forgot what I wanted to say here. Yeah, just gonna pick this up as well. The lightning spell... The lightning spell is definitely more effective the more of the lightning that sort of passes through the mob. Meaning that if you can get a... Sorry, just need... There we go. If I can get the full lightning passing through the mob, it'll take the most damage. So you need to sort of try and funnel the mobs to you so they come kind of like in a straight line. Yeah, I'm still bumping around with my hotkeys. So, Fireball is sure making a dent in these guys, but if I sort of get surrounded by them and I start, you know, sort of, what do you call it? They're using their horns or they're just doing melee damage to me, then I'll be interrupted over and over, and eventually, yeah, I won't be able to cast any spells, and that's not good for Sorcerer, as you can probably figure out. Oh. Semi-hidden chest there. So, besides just sort of changing between my two main spells, fire and lightning, I need to make sure that my mana shield is up all the time. And if it goes down, there's not much. There's no reason to try and heal. Yeah, sure, healing would be nice, but I pretty much have no hit points. So, full glass cannon here. Still fumbling around here with my hotkeys. Oh, it's actually a magic bow. I'll take it. And we got exit to level 10. So caves, again, like Cathedral and caves are 4 levels as well. That means we're talking 9, 10, 11, 12. Thought I heard a weak sort of pling, but I probably didn't. It's just my imagination. Besides, I just figure out these guys, they don't like lightning either, so there's no reason to change the fireball all the time, really. And this is lightning level 2, is really
I have no room.
Powerful, actually. And by the way, about my shopping rounds that I did sort of off recording, I just keep making a new game, really. And I mean, if the blacksmith or the witch, if they haven't got anything of interest, then I just keep making a new game, and eventually they'll have something that I can use. I did buy a few level 1 spells as well. So yeah, this is current status. On the lowest level spells, it's like level 4, probably on maybe level 3 or 4 average, something like that. I'm probably pretty much done with a lot of them, the low level spells. It's gonna be mainly lightning and fire from now on. So I think this is pretty much it, really. I'm just gonna double check with the arrow keys. And as you can see, there are a few doorways here and there, but they are becoming fewer and fewer. I think I'm just gonna go down here with full mana. And always remember, good old mana shield instantly, or I'm pretty much dead. I've died before with a high level mage where I simply forgot to put my mana shield on. It sucks. I'm trying to see if I can lure something up to me, because I had a nice doorway to fight in. Again, it's always mostly sort of critical here in the beginning. Just gonna look what they think about Fireball. Because some mobs will be immune to your spells of a current school. Oh. Interesting. So there's a massive pack down there with some kind of boss. Question is if what we're gonna do about him. I don't want to be standing in all that kind of spit there. So I can see this full. The door is sort of lighted up. I'm just gonna see if I can firewall him from here. As you can hear, it's actually doable. I think I got the boss there. Someone's taking a lot of damage, that's for sure. And yeah, I think I actually got him. Let's take a sneak peek. Yeah, still a few left. Yeah, so I'm standing in this spit, and that's why he kept moaning, sort of. But yeah, this sort of pack here is renowned. I mean, if you even as a warrior, if you come around a corner there and you're pretty sort of well off in hit points, you could almost get, well, you could pretty much get one-shotted by them. You get the spit from like 10 of these dogs in one fat blob. So as soon as I sort of feel like I got plenty of aggro, I retreat. And I was about to say I thought I heard a pling, and I actually did. Thank you very much. So good old trust your instincts. Very nice. And another nice doorway to fight in. So that fireball sure has sort of made its worth big time, I think. I mean, giving 8,000 for it. Nice. So I found a scroll of identify. I have a ring and an amulet. That's probably what's most interesting. I'm gonna start out with the ring. Yeah, I would actually say it's definitely better than 1-to-all stats. So I'm gonna definitely equip it. This is something, if you're lucky, you could find on level 2. You won't find this on level 2. Unfortunately, it's resist magic, which I need the least, you could say, but still, faster hit recovery is not bad either. Faster hit recovery means that when you get hit, I think from melee only though, but your character will react faster, meaning that you're less you're not stunned as long as if you didn't have that ability or feature from your item. So, we dodge a big boy here. There we go. And you guessed it. By the way, the cap, it's not the same for all the stats. It depends on your class, but I know for magic it's 255, and I can imagine maybe the second highest is maybe dexterity, and it's probably 100. So there's you don't have to sort of be afraid to like just hammer away on magic, at least to a level say 30 or something like that. But eventually, if I make it and become max level, you can see what the caps actually are. Oh, actually guys, we just found unique, which is sort of the highest tier you can get. I mean, you got white items are normal items, blue items are magic, and then you have these pretty rare unique items. It's probably crap for Sorcerer especially, but just because something unique...
I have no room.
There's actually a breastplate as well. Yeah, let's do it like this. So I'm pretty lucky with the loot. Normally I don't get that much, I think, for a level. But yeah, there's so much that's random in this game. So just because something unique doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Actually, sometimes it's kind of crap. But it's unique in the way that it will probably have some abilities that you won't find anywhere on any other item. It could be something like some special ability to pierce armor or something like that. There we go. Okay, so 2 more items here, which I haven't got room for. I think I'm gonna set up a town portal spell here, because then at least I remember that there's some juicy food down here. Lots of dogs. I don't want all these dogs sort of melee attacking me at the same time. So back to the doorway. There we go. I think I might drop the items so they are placed next to each other. But about the fireball costing, what was it, 16, I think. As you can see here, the splash damage kills 2 at the same fireball. But about the fireball costing 16 mana and the fireball costing 5, I probably have to use at least 3. You can see here I killed 3 with the splash because some of them took damage from the first one as well from the splash. But I probably have to use at least 3 fireballs anyway. So it's about the same really, and I mean if I use 3 fireballs or 1 fireball, I mean mana wise, but it's also safer to kill things faster than slower, of course. So fireball is always a good investment. Further, I got my I got my yeah, time to leave. I know my mana is about to run out, but the plan is to run back, so I'm just gonna do that. There you go. Yeah, let's go identify. But yeah, I got this very nice chest piece as I showed you in the beginning. So I got 20 magic. As you can see, my mana pool is the same as 40 mana. So 1 magic is 2 mana, meaning that 20 magic is 40 mana. So I got more mana, and that's why I knew I could sort of afford
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Instead of... Ooh, not bad. Flesh Stinger, we're gonna have to see what that's all about. Okay. So I'm just gonna sell the items that I know are crap.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Well, it's crap to this character anyway. Let's see, Flesh Stinger, 15 dexterity, chance to hit 40%, plus 80 damage and high durability. This is a very, very good bow. For any class that uses bow, meaning rogue. I got nothing to use it for,
Whoa,
so...
what can I do for you?
It's a little painful, but it's gonna sell. Very good bow though. The amulet here, I'm probably gonna use it instead of the 28 hit points. I'm gonna use... well... It's one thing. It's 4 magic, which is in my main stat. So I'm gonna get 4 magic. That's 8 mana. So I'm at 348. That's nice. My hit points are sort of imploding completely from 75 to 51. But I'm on 19 strength as well, and it'll help me sort of climb the strength ladder, you could say. Yeah, this is a little bit safer if I lose my mana shield, sure.
Whoa,
but I'm not supposed to lose my mana shield, so I'm selling it as well. Repair. Yeah, definitely repairing my armor. And off to the witch. Maybe she even has an interesting book or 2 that I can buy. I'll take anything I can get. Especially an extra fireball would be nice, or maybe stone curse. Spell of... yeah, stone curse, but I'll explain it when I get there. Very powerful spell as well.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Yeah, and identify sure could be interesting. Nah, nothing really interesting. I can take the Book of Fireball. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty loaded with money at the moment. And then just gonna drop my excess cash. It won't disappear unless I sort of use my option that I've given myself to say
I sense a soul in search of answers.
To press escape, quit game. If I'm in an extreme tight situation, if I manage to do it, because you can easily get killed anyway. I think that's about it. Yeah.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I think this will do for now because I had 2 items lying around down there. Yeah, I'll be fine for now. And again, remember mana shield first. So, bow and sword, and I'm good to go again.
I cannot carry any more.
Alrighty. And as you can probably sort of sense now, the tactic of just keep pumping magic, meaning extra mana, it's paying off now because I seem to have a pretty good pool at the moment. Instead of if I had sort of spread out my stats so I had a little more hit points and a little more strength, and it would just drain, so you know it would be way harder to play Sorcerer with a smaller mana pool. I guess that goes without saying. But it's tough initially, and I did die due to it, and being a little slower on top. That will never help you.
Where would I put this?
I would say this is more than normal. You're not getting this much loot normally, I would say. It's not that I don't want the sword, but for now, I'm just leaving it there. Drop this. Yeah, I could use an identifier as well. Just to see, because sometimes still you'll get the crappy item. It can happen even, yeah, on this level. It's less likely, I mean, an item that will give you like minus 5 vitality or something crap like that. Ouch.
I have no room.
Flame Wave is worth picking up. It's a high level spell. You can get it as a book as well. I rarely use it. I prefer Fireball. Fireball seems more accurate. And not even that, but Flame Wave is pretty much like a firewall. It's just moving in front of you. But you risk getting a lot of aggro from it as well. As it's... yeah. Unbelievable how much loot there actually is here. I think I'm gonna go to town because, yeah, sure, I can use the money, definitely. I think I'm even gonna... if I do like this... There was a Staff of Golem. I think even though it's a white item, I'm pretty sure it can bring quite a bit. Because the Staff of Golem will... it's a high level spell. And when you have a Staff of a high level spell, it will usually give you quite a bit of money, even though it's a white item. More, of course, if it had been a blue item.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you?
Good, just gonna repair while I'm here anyway.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
1400. I was probably expecting more, but oh well. I'm not complaining. Unfortunately, no books, but there are other things that could be interesting. Anything that could give me more.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Mana, really. Just buying a few extra mana. And we're good to go again.
Where would I put this?
Alright, yeah, exit. It's probably there. Just gonna, with the arrow keys here, double check that everything is alright. Yeah, it is. I mean, and by alright I mean explored. So, off we go, and before I go down, I just make sure to have my mana shield always. It just means so much. As I pretty much risk getting one-shotted now if I don't have my mana shield up. See, these guys are sort of red, so I have an idea. They're orange. I had an idea that they wouldn't like, or they don't care much for fire, but I think it's maybe more be these guys. I'm pretty grateful that I can sort of have them one at a time, so I can figure out if they were immune to fire or lightning. I think there was a mana pot there was. Yeah. Alright, so the drakes, I'm not that afraid of those. But the other guys, the sort of dragon-likes with claws, they are rather annoying. Especially if they manage to get close to me. They all are because it's so squishy with my non-existent armor, really. Alright. So far so good. So I already have a nice corner to sort of kite a bit around in. And a door opening, that's really nice. Oh, sweet, sweet. So you can actually find elixir magic. That's one magic as a flask. Very useful, and it'll give me 2 extra mana points. As you can see when I take it, I'm going from 348 to 350. Not bad. It's possible to find all 4 really. Drop the ring or amulet. Very nice sort of killing ground here. Coming nice and funneled right into my fireballs. If they drop some good loot that you would like to take from a distance, I'm just gonna level up magic again. It's possible to take it with telekinesis. There we go, bro. Okay, so refill mana. Yeah, major stack still. So there's a great sword, and it's just fine. It's a white one. It's not one I want really, but it's in the same area where I'm searching for the ring. So I'm just moving the great sword up here, and I can sure there was some gold as well. I'm just gonna pick that up. Oh, I think it was here. There it is. But excellent killing ground where I could sort of funnel in all these guys there.
I cannot carry anymore. I cannot carry anymore.
Okay, so I think I'm just gonna drop some of these mana pots here, and then usually I sort of, you could say, I put my scent or I put my mark here that there's something lying around there. Then I'll go get the Warhammer, and there was 100 gold. I think that's about it. But a major pack we had here for sure. So this is a golem. I just, for the fun of it, I'm sort of summoning him. He's sort of living his own life. You can't control him in any way. And at some point you'll... Yeah, so he engaged up here with one of the mobs. I can actually do damage to him. So if I... Oh, he actually killed a mob. So if I was... If I was killing... oh, well, if I was shooting a fireball after some of these guys... Oh. Some kind of boss down there. But you can hurt him, your own golem, with fire as well as... Okay, so... the minions of this guys, they don't like fire and you're pretty easily killed. But the big guy here, he seems to be immune. So yeah, I'm just gonna switch to lightning. It's pretty much all I got. Didn't like lightning, no. Unfortunately, he dropped a rag, so that's 100% crap. Simply because it has so low durability, it's not worth keeping. It could be worth a few bucks, so I'm keeping it for now, just for selling it. So, yeah, I heard a door open. Guess this guy want to be part of the party. But yeah, golems, yeah, they can sort of act as a distraction. And to be honest,
Where would I put this?
They seem to be more powerful than I remember them, but maybe it's I remember them from playing on hell difficulty, and they pretty much, yeah, they die pretty fast. They're not worth it, because they actually sometimes, you know, what they do is that they stir up the hive really, because they're sort of wandering around, not aimlessly. They're looking for mobs to fight, but they might risk that they are getting, yeah, you're getting too much aggro really. There we go. I'm just gonna go collect the 3 mana pots I had up here. What was it, 2? Never mind. I'm coming back there later. I'm gonna put up a new mana portal down here. Because it's where the shield is. And yeah, Staff of Guardian is pretty much the same as the Staff of Golem. It's probably worth, I can imagine, something like 1400 gold as well. So yeah, I'll take it. Gold is so easy to find a purpose for, especially here in the beginning. Later, in the end game, gold pretty much becomes worthless, but that's another story. Take it when we get there. I guess it just, you know, as it's typically the case with new games, then maybe they aren't, you know, so thought through, you could say. Not to disrespect Diablo 1 in any way, because I think it's an awesome game, especially for... I think it was one of the first of its kind where you sort of have one character that you sort of build up. I never played Ultima Online, but I think it's the only predecessor to Diablo 1 that I really sort of heard of. That could have been pretty nasty, actually. Even though I'm sort of killing these guys pretty fast, I don't want to be surrounded by them with my non-existent armor class. Good old distance hero here, that's what I am. So it's actually possible, by the way, with telekinesis to open, say, a chest like this and even take the gold. If I don't want to go all the way down to get it, which I just didn't feel like. And yeah, we're stuffed, guys. I'm actually going to throw this armor. Well, it has 2 armor and 6 mobility, so even though it dropped from a boss and that could make it a little bit interesting, it just... The basic item is just so crappy that it's not worth it. Oh, nice. And another level. We are doing well at the moment. Yes, please. Another amulet. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything. It was kind of a dead end here with a lot of doors. So, I think this level is pretty much coming to an end. Here are the guys left here. So, there's a magic item lying around in there here. In sort of... Yeah, I was about to say gated community. Yeah. Let's see. I can drop the sword. It doesn't feel that much. And it's up to town, guys.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, nothing I can use really. About the to hit, I'm pretty sure it's not for spells, and I'm hitting pretty well. But I can imagine,
Whoa,
especially
what
for
can
warrior,
I do for you?
it would have been a nice item. But yeah, the money, the gold is pouring in at the moment.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Yeah, and 1800 for the staff of Guardian. Not bad.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Worth buying here. A book, maybe. Nope. She has a staff of sorcery. It's slightly better than what I have, actually. So a guy got 13, it was 17, but I should be able to find something better than that, to be honest, before too long, so I'm not even gonna invest
I sense a soul in search of answers.
And even though I'm sort of expecting the level to be done, I'm still, you know, there's no need to take any chances anyway. I mean, mana shield, get it up every time. I think I had an item lying around down here somewhere, but you know what, screw it. It's time to go down to level 12, which is, I think, the final level. So, yeah, that fireball kicks butt. And again, nice and easy here, and let's not get too much aggro, preferably one mob at a time. So we can see what we're dealing with. All these sort of... They don't like fireballs either, it's fine. So one of these guys dropped a book, and it's just great. I think I'm just gonna clear here because there's some nice doorways. So I heard a bow drop and some kind of plate as well. Not that that town portal had any purpose as such, I just sort of burned it, you could say, but actually it's a good idea to have one, you could say, because it's always nice to have something if things are going really bad that you can sort of escape and maybe even dump aggro. If you got too much aggro anyway. And yeah, more lore here.
So it came.
Yeah. Fuel plate, yeah, sure, I should pick it up, but I haven't got any room. Just for selling purposes, of course. As it was a wide fuel plate and I'm nowhere near, I don't know, 50, 60 strength. That's just what is required for it. There we go. Yeah, 65 strength. I'm sort of clearing out the barrels because, yeah, I've seen rings and stuff drop from a barrel before. I think in my experience, what can drop from a barrel or a chest, it has to do with what level you're on or what level you are yourself. Probably mostly the first, where it depends. If you're on level 12, a chest or a barrel can drop items from that are level. Well, they can pretty much drop the same loot as a mob can on this level. So you might as well take it now that you're here anyway, you could say. It's just like killing an extra mob. For loot anyway. Hello. So I am sort of constantly pretty much thinking about if I'm getting overwhelmed by aggro, where do I retreat to? And what I was thinking is there was a small land bridge here, so standing here is pretty much the perfect spot, and then firing this way, where I can funnel them in, the mobs in, yeah, pretty much, yeah, pretty much like I'm doing now, really. But I'm still, thanking the game for my luck that I actually found the Book of Mana Shield. That meant that I had money to buy a Book of Fireball, for instance. So all of a sudden I got way stronger. Oh, it's actually an... Okay, I haven't seen that before actually, but there was simply a unique item lying on the floor. I've never ever seen that before in my 200 hours of playing Diablo 1. But I suppose the chance must be really low, because naturally I've found a lot of items lying on the ground, but like I said, never a unique before. Wow, I'm amazed. I doubt it's that good actually though, as what I'm currently wearing, but I could be wrong. Yeah, even looks awesome too. But yeah, this one is actually amazing with this 20 magic, so we're just gonna have to see what it is. Getting sort of semi-surrounded here, so I'm just pulling up to a doorway up here. There we go. So, my second unique. Yeah, I'm running a little low on mana. I probably won't have enough to clear the full level. For now I'm trying to be a little less full spray on my fireballs in order to conserve some of my mana. Very nice. Oh. Looks like I have enough mana anyway, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe there's a little bit I missed up here. Yeah, I think so. One thing though, it's over here. I didn't seem to have found the exit down to level 13, but I'm just going to show you pretty much how the environment looks down in Hell, if you haven't seen it before. Oh yeah, and I have a couple of mana pots here as well. I forgot about those. Well, I thought there was something I had forgotten. I thought it was an item, but it was actually mana pots, yeah. So, this was where I came down. So this up here is the... unless I had put something here. Let's see, I'm just going to put a town portal over there. Nope. I seem to use these, you know, town portals as a place to show myself where I've dropped something. As a, you could say, a waypoint, really. So, I'm just gonna look real quick down on level 13. As you can see, it's, yeah, a completely different environment. I could put up a town portal here, just so I can get away from here if needed. We could do a little bit of clearing. Okay, so this guy, he doesn't care for fire. Let's give him some lightning. Didn't like that though. Due to my looks, and I know that my armor class is just terrible. Yeah, I feel like I'm walking around down naked down here. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same sort of setup. Make some room so you can do a fighting retreat. And it pretty much goes for all the classes, I think. Oh yeah. And cauldrons, you should never take one of those. It can be sort of any of the like the shrines. Yeah, I think I'll stop while the game is good and all. I can show you how a flame wave works, by the way, but I'd said it's like a walking firewall. The direction I put it in is the direction it will sort of wander, you could say. There we go. So that went fairly well, I'd say. All in all, I mean. So I'm just gonna identify my stuff.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
19 on a sword is great, but yeah, still missing a ton of strength in order to equip that. But as you can see here, even though this item is unique, it would be great to find it as a level 4 or something like that. 1 to all attributes, resist all 10. Resist all 10 is probably the best. Hit point plus 4, plus 5, high durability, and armor class 10. I'll take my 40 mana points and 27% resist magic. I'll take that any day, actually, over that.
Whoa,
So
what
just
can I
gotta
do
sell
for you?
pretty much all I got here, including that cloak. And repair my stuff. And then, yeah, I have to remember to pick up my gold up by the witch, otherwise it would be lost for good. I think I dropped, I don't know, 30,000, something like that up here. And I could check out if she has something interesting to buy. But what I'm gonna do next is yeah, I'm just gonna do a couple of shopping rounds and then I'm gonna continue on Hell. I'm probably gonna show whatever I bought, if it was anything interesting.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Let's see if she has anything now. Well, yeah. I'm tempted to use the first, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Flame Wave and Golem. I'm not gonna use these spells, not a lot anyway, but I'm gonna use a huge investment here, almost 30,000 just on 2 books. It has to do with, eventually I'm gonna find some shrines. It's called, I think, Enchanted Shrine, and when you do that, all your spells will be raised 1 level and 1 spell will be decreased 2 levels. But so the more spells you have, the more benefit you will get from that. And as you can see, Golem is my first level 4 spell actually. Flame Wave is a level 3. So that makes it worth it alone, I mean, making this investment. And besides that, I'm doing pretty well, so I can sort of manage if I don't have better gear than this, at least for a while yet. So, as usual guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye-bye.